how to improve the written skill, written like language skill, written English skills. Are you talking about the language? English, okay. Written English skills. Okay, I'm gonna tell you a simple method that I prescribe to my students, and it really works. The system is like you have to write a note, write an essay, or how to improve the speaking English skills. Okay, let me answer the written one, then I'm going to tell you the speaking one. You have to write an essay, but you have to write an essay for someone you love most. It can be a mother, it can be a girlfriend, it can be a wife, it can be a best friend, anyone you love most in this world. You have to write about them while using English, and without concerning any book or any other thing. You have to, whatever comes in your mind, just keep writing. I mean, just you should be sure that I'm writing right. It's right. Doesn't matter. Just keep writing a lot. Now, when you already write down that paragraph, next thing you have to do is there are three. You have to pass it from three different process. First, you have to write it. Second, on second point, you have to compare that paragraph with the dictionary. That the words that you're using, they're suitable or not. Because the vocabularies that you're going to use in that paragraph or that essay, if they are not suitable, you have to replace them. You have to put the suitable words instead of the raw words, or instead of the the etc. words that you have used in the essay. Now, that's the second process. Now, third one, you have to correct spellings and grammar. 3 steps. First, write anything, whatever comes in your mind. Just keep writing about them. And in English. Second, replace the words, replace the vocabularies. And third, check the spellings and grammar. Cross-check. That's the easiest way to improve your writing. And the second was how to improve speaking skills. Well, the simple thing is you have to communicate with other people. If you want to be, the first thing, you have to leave behind the grammar. You have to leave behind the difficult vocabularies. You have to use the simple one. You can search on internet the first 1,000 simple English vocabularies. The English have more than 76,000 vocabularies, but you have to remember the first 1,000 and use that 1,000 to communicate with other people. Be fluent. That 1,000 vocabularies you have to be memorized like this. Quick memorize. Okay. Then after that, when you're going to communicate with other people, use those vocabularies, then you will learn more new vocabularies, because you're not going to use the new words, but the other person, he will use. Then you have to depend on more communication, more listen to more, maybe English voice text, or you can, communicate in voice with the foreigners or native speakers, or with your teacher, with your classmates, anyone. For speaking English, of course, first you have to be fluent. Then you have to pay attention to the vocabularies. Then you have to pay attention to the first 1,000 easy vocabulary. Yeah, you have to learn these, and then you have to start communication. Then when you are fluent, when you're speaking English without translation, then what you have to do, then you have to pay attention to the more suitable vocabularies, a little difficult vocabularies, the second level. Then after that, the last thing, you have to correct your grammar. Grammar is an end. Accent and grammar, forget it. First, you have to be more fluent. You should understand what that person is saying and how I have to explain. It's not must that you must have to use so difficult vocabularies. No, just use the simple one. Doesn't matter. Every word has synonyms. You can use that synonyms to communicate. Simple one. Issue, not a big deal. Okay, wave, you're saying how long it will take or all the people all over the world to live a peace life without wars. Well, it will take a lot. It will take much more than time. It will take humans. It will take a lot of casualties. It will take a lot of natural disasters. The end will be everyone have to be together. As the situation is going ahead in the future, a lot of countries going to suffer with the natural disasters, and I'm sure about it. The geological surveys, they're saying same. Our satellites and the biological data is saying the same thing. Sorry, geographical data is saying the same thing. So a lot of countries have to suffer from natural disasters in the future. One of them is COVID also. So yeah, but it will take a lot. It will take a lot of human lives. It will take a lot of disasters, like financial disasters. And most of all, it will take a lot of casualties, human casualties, deaths. I'll check later. Don't worry, I'll remember. The ability to research natural science or ability to love. Which one do you think stand for? Ability to research natural science or ability to love. Which one I prefer? Oh, see, for the human being, I can't be sure. Everyone got their own mindset. I just can talk about me. Which one I will prefer? And how can I value something for the whole humanity? Everyone got their own mindset. I can just talk about I statement, me. I would say I would choose ability to love. That's better because if you have humanity, if you can deliver love, the knowledge of science or the any other type of knowledge in this world, you're gonna get is automatic. You're gonna meet a lot of people, and whenever you're gonna meet someone, you must gonna get something from them. Maybe not little, maybe not too much, little bit, like 0.001%, but you're gonna get it from everyone. At least for my sake, all the people I have met in my life, I must have learned something from them. Maybe a little bit, but I have learned. So yeah, you should keep the ability to love, ability to connect with the people, ability to love humanity, ability to love the equality, ability to love different races, ability to share the knowledge or the resources. That's how you're going to connect with the people. When you connect with the people, you're going to increase your knowledge, because not everyone have the for example, if I'm going to choose the research natural science ability, that's just me, that's just my knowledge, whatever I can get, just one. But when you choose love, you connect with the humanity. Everyone have their own opinion. When you will move through a lot of opinions, you can make a better decision. Am I wrong? Choosing a girlfriend, which three character do you think is most important? Three characters. Um, she should be a good human. One. Um, she should be beautiful also, physically. Like physically also should be. I mean, if not, she's not so beautiful, also doesn't matter, but she should be. I mean, a lot of people, they're going to say, I don't watch faces, I don't care. No, everyone do care. I also care. She should be beautiful. She should be a good human. And I would say, third one. She should be kind. Yeah. Not violent. I don't like violent girls. See, as I watch a couple, there are three things a girl wants from a man. Three things. The one is financial satisfaction. Like the husband should be eligible to fulfill her expenses. The second is a sexual satisfaction. Her husband should be enough eligible to satisfy her on the bed. And the third one is the safety. She should feel safe from the husband. And when a man is close to her, she should feel safe. That's three things a woman wants from a man: money and the safety. Want to have a beautiful wife. Sometimes in some situations, you're not gonna watch the beautiful girl. I think every man will better to choose a girl that he will think he can spend his whole life with her or not. It's not about sometimes, we do as I do as a men, I do have choice that my wife should be beautiful, her character should be blah 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 like this. But when it comes to a situation when you fall in love with someone, when you like someone, at that time the first thing you want to watch is she can spend her life with me or not. That's the only thing that a man will watch. The girls watch more than men. The girls watch the finance, sexuality, so many other stuff also. But as a man, the most of men that I have heard, the most of men, the married men, the most of married men that I have asked, that when you meet your girl, what was the thing that you watch in her and you got married with her? Almost 95% people answer the same thing. I said, I felt like she can spend her life with me. Almost 95% people had the same answer, that I felt I can spend her life with her. So yeah, that's the only thing men watch. Usually we have our statistics standards. She should be like this. But when it comes to the reality, the ending is we're gonna like, oh, she can spend her life with me or not. She can bear me. She can handle me. I can handle her. Okay, that's fine. Let's get married. How come overcome depression? Oh, that's a big question. How to overcome depression? The first thing is you need to know what's a depression. Sometimes someone is just frustrated and they call it depression. Do you think is Hello Talk helpful to improve English? Yeah, it can be helpful. Why not? Okay, now come to Sajid, your question. Most of the people, they are just frustrated and they said, oh, I'm in depression, or they have an anxiety. So they're like, I'm in depression. Actually, there are different levels. The end level is depression. You got frustration and anxiety, different levels, sadness, and slowly. The last stage is depression. And let me tell you first what's a depression. In depression, you can't eat, you can't sleep, you can't walk. You'll become like a dead body, the dead body. That's called a depression. Completely off from the world. You cannot hear other people. You cannot eat. You will not feel hungry. You will not feel thirsty. You will be losing your weight. You will become more thin and you are going to die, but you don't care. You have your own, I should say, there's a circle of thinking. You just keep moving, keep revolving around that circle. Depression is basically a cycle of thoughts, and you will keep moving in that cycle. And how you overcome that depression, you have to break that cycle. And how you're going to break that cycle, it can be anything. It can be something. Some people take drugs, alcohol. They get married, or because of a girl, or maybe because of reading some books, or because the different thing works for everyone. Maybe friends, or maybe your other family members. I have no special answer for it, because I also try to research a lot how to turn back, how to come back, how to overcome the depression. I also couldn't find the answer, because it's not the one thing that works for everyone. It can be anything. But basically, first you need to know what's a depression. Normally, whenever you have an anxiety or you have frustration, you call it depression. Depression is the last stage. Depression makes you like a dead body. You cannot think about it. Depression is basically cycle of thinking. You will keep moving around it. You have no connection with other world. You have no connection with the physical world. You have no connection with your your metabolism. I feel depressed to see my friends and cousins becoming successful. How to stop this feeling? That's jealousy, bro. That's not depression. That's jealousy. And how to overcome the jealousy is, first of all, you have to think that they are your cousins and friends. They are not you. You are you. You are different from them. And being different isn't always bad. Maybe you have something special that they don't have. Just you couldn't figure out. Every human, as I believe, every human have a special ability that other people don't have. Maybe you did not figure that your abilities till now. You have to focus, instead of getting jealous, you have to focus on your ability. Search that what you are good at. What's your best ability? What you're good at, what you can do perfectly. And then you have to go ahead in that field, that specific field that you're good at. This jealousy will kill you. Nothing will happen to you. You will get nothing from it. So instead of this jealousy, you have to figure out what's your special ability. If they are moving forward, they also have some special ability that they are moving forward. They are good at it. You have to search yours one. What's your special ability? And if you find it, then move ahead. Just close your eyes every night when you go to bed, before going to bed, close your eyes and think about your past. Think about which thing you have done many times and you were successful. There must be something that you've done in your life and you are really successful in it. You never lost in it. That means you're good at that thing. You should pursue your future in that. Which kind of job you will prefer? You are good at, but low paid, or hard and suffers, but high paid? Hard, suffers, but high paid. Why? Sometimes the people who said I can't make progress because they like to live in their comfort zone. And as long as you're living in your comfort zone, you're not challenging yourself. There's no more challenge. You're doing the same thing that you can do perfectly. You can't make the progress. If you want to make progress, then you have to suffer. Then you have to challenge yourself. You have to break the comfort zone. So you have to try something. There's no problem in trying. If you're unsuccessful, you can come back to that point. Not a big deal. But at least try. You can go ahead. You have to make it. I don't want to use the try word because it's not a suitable word. You should make it happen. You should make it happen. And if you're unsuccessful, you can go back. No issue. Not a big deal. Just break the comfort zone and go ahead. Move forward.
I'm good. Thank you.
Nice.
And as I understand, I'm the first who try to communicate with you online. Yes.
Yeah, on the
In
stage,
the
yeah, you are
video
the
chat.
first. Usually people ask in the comments.
Yeah. It's cool. As I understand, you tell about habits. The last what I heard, and the question what I imagine about this. Do you know how to develop good habits? Do you have any practice earlier or not? And I can say that you said that you read all books and all knowledges oh, eating as it can say. No, not right. How to say to knowledges to I don't know
Basically,
how it say.
well, that all type of knowledge is not good. You should be specified. You should be specific about your field. Am I right?
What?
You're saying that all type of knowledge is not good. You shouldn't just go ahead everywhere. You just choose the specific which is good for you. Am I right?
Ah, well, yeah, I think that um, some of knowledges are not useful.
Basically, you have asked two questions. The first, how to improve your habits. How you're gonna make or assemble or build your habits, even they are good or bad. One question. And second, is your opinion that we shouldn't get every type of knowledge? It should be specific about our field only. That's a two question, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
for you, yes.
Yeah. So the first question is how to build our habits. How we build our habits. See, habits are not something you create by yourself. Habits are something that makes you get impressed. It depends on your company. what kind of people you're living in, what kind of people live around you, what kind of friends do you have, what kinds of family do you have. So your company decides your habit. You know, you're gonna watch a lot of you're gonna watch habits
Mhm.
of other people. It's something which is coming, generation by generation. You know, your father was watching your grandfather's habits. Your grandfather was watching your great grandfather's habits. So when you have the company around you, it depends on the type of company you have. You will build your habits. If you have a bad company, you will build bad habits. You will get impressed.
Mhm.
When you are living in that company, any habit that you will feel, oh, this one is good, you will adopt. This one is good, you will adopt. So if you have a bad company, you will adopt bad habits. If you have a good company, you will adopt good one. So all the habits that you're gonna build up, it depends on your company who is around you. Even it's your family, your friends, your girlfriend, anyone who is close to you. It can be your, the
Mhm.
neighbors. They can be your city people. The people who are living in your city. And the second question, your opinion was that we should be specific about the knowledge. Yeah, you're right. I totally agree with you that your field is music. So if you're gonna talk to the physician, you cannot understand anything. You cannot understand each other. You're right. But it's up to me. It's just an I statement that I like to get all type of knowledge because I'm already good at whatever my job is. My job is IT. I'm good at it. My job is being an English teacher. I'm good at it. So I have an extra time. I don't want to just stop.
Mhm.
I'm already good at it. So I just stop here. Okay, I'm already good. So don't need anything more. No, I want to improve, expand, expand the horizon. The more you will
Mm.
learn, even some knowledge it's not good to learn. I know that it's not good. But when you learn that knowledge also, that will teach you how to make difference between good and bad things. That bad knowledge will also let you know. You will learn when you learn about the bad things, then you can make the comparison between two knowledge. So this one is good, this one is bad. Now, if you're already now, for example, you are a medical science student, you're studying in the medical science. At the same time, you want to learn about the technology. That's bad, because you are still on the way. You did not finish it. When you already finished, when you're already in your field, and now you have extra time, then you can go ahead. I'm on
Mhm.
that point when I have extra time. My education is done. I'm doing my this work. It's been 11 years. I'm doing the same job. I'm good at it. I'm doing it. And I will keep doing it forever. Maybe I don't know how long till I have the power in my body. So now when I'm already in this cycle of this job that I'm good at. So I wanna
Mhm.
watch out of the cycle also. I wanna watch something else, you know. Now I have interest in the medical science. I have no connection with medical science. I'm not even a doctor. I don't even, I have doctor friends, but I have nothing to do with the medical science. I have nothing to do with the astrology, space, planets, but I learn about all these things. you know. I have nothing to do with, I'm a religious person, but I have nothing to do with other religion, but I learn all other religion just to expand the horizon. Because when I
Mhm.
already have the specific knowledge about my field, so now I have time that I can expand the horizon to learn anything that I get, learn it, get it. Any type of knowledge you find anywhere, get it. Any type of knowledge you find anywhere, get it. But not for you, because now you are a student. You are still on the way. When you already finished it, then you can expand. Now you have to focus on the things you are good at. Once you complete it, then you can expand. That's the difference. And the thing you
That's a
said,
good thing.
yeah,
That's a
yeah,
good
that
thing.
yeah, the thing you said is not good to get every type of knowledge. It was completely right. In your opinion, it's really right because you're a student. You're on the way now. If you will do it now, you will destroy your career. Sorry, just 1 minute. Let me answer. Before someone was asking a question like, "Are you happy in Russia?" Someone was asking me a question. First of all, you should ask me this question: Am I happy in China? So yeah, if I'm happy in China, they're also happy in Russia. Every country have its own conflict of interest, or sometimes they have interest that maybe you don't like. But you shouldn't criticize others for that. Okay, so maybe that country is doing something bad with others in your sense, but maybe it's beneficial for them. Every country have its own interest. Now, if I'm gonna tell you something bad about China, you're gonna like start shouting at me, maybe gonna report me and stuff like that because you can't hear it because it's good for your country. Same like this. In other countries, they have something maybe which we don't like, but it's good for their country. So don't mock others on this basis. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, please. China as an example. But just I don't have any other better thoughts at that time, so I can use this thing because I'm also a foreigner and I'm also living, in a foreign country. Maybe sometimes I do criticize, I do criticize the decisions of Chinese government that maybe this thing is not good, this thing is not good, but that doesn't make the China bad. That doesn't make the Chinese people bad. Everyone have the right to criticize the government. Maybe their decision is not good, but it doesn't mean they are bad people. Every country have its own interest, its own benefits. While when they're gonna implement some rules in their country, I have no right to interfere. No problem, Francis. Um, I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay. When you are a new learner, at that time you need to practice with someone. But once you practiced, it's already there. You cannot forget it.
Not forget it.
I don't think so. I speak 9 languages.
Yeah.
None of them I ever forget. I live in many countries. I don't think I ever forget any of them. Not even little. I don't practice with other people.
Your mother tongue?
Yeah, my native language. I never forget. Or any other language. In Pakistan, I have learned the Urdu or the Sindhi or Arabic. Arabic. So Arabic, the language that I have learned, I have never forget it. Even little. I don't practice with anyone, but I don't forget. So once when you pick up something and you are fluent in it. Fluent means you are accustomed.
Fluency.
When you adapt, when you already adapted, you're not gonna forget. I don't think so. But if you're practicing and you stop practice and go, then you're gonna forget. But once you're fluent, you're not gonna forget.
There's a point you get to worry.
The fluent means you already adapt that language. When you adapt something, you cannot forget.
Yeah, like riding bicycle.
Yeah, riding bicycle.
Yeah.
I remember I ride bicycle when I was just maybe 4 or 5 years old, or maybe
That's too early.
6, 7 years old. I was riding bicycle.
Yeah.
If today you ask me, I can still ride a bicycle. It's a long time I cannot ride, but today I also can ride. Not a big deal.
That's all right.
And whenever I get a chance, I ride bicycle. Like maybe after 6 months, one time, but I do. That means I did not forget it. Like for example, coding. I have learned coding on the basic. And after that, I leave basic. I move to C++, C Sharp. Now I'm doing Java, C,
JavaScript.
JavaScript also, Java, C also. But no, today, if someone asks me to write code on basic, I can do it still.
Yeah. I see.
Basic, COBOL, basic and COBOL. I can still write the codes. I've learned on there. I did not forget anything.
Are you a software engineer?
Something like that. I'm not a software engineer. I'm a server technician, but it's the same field.
I want to learn code like JavaScript.
You can. There you go.
Learn for myself.